In the remote Australian Outback, the small town of Warrenbilla clung to the edge of the vast wilderness, a place where the past lingered like a shadow. Among its few hundred residents was Alice Hartley, a young woman with a restless spirit and a heart full of nostalgia. Alice had grown up listening to her grandfather's stories about the mystical connection between their family and the wild dingoes that roamed the land. Her grandfather, Walter, often spoke of an ancient prophecy passed down through generations. According to the prophecy, a descendant of their family would one day play a crucial role in fulfilling a great destiny tied to the dingoes and the land itself. As a child, Alice had marveled at these tales, but as she grew older, they became mere echoes of a bygone era. After her grandfather's passing, Alice inherited his old farmhouse on the outskirts of Warrenbilla. The house, filled with relics and memories, was a testament to a life deeply intertwined with the outback. One evening, while rummaging through the attic, Alice discovered an old, weathered journal belonging to Walter. The pages were filled with his observations of the dingoes and detailed accounts of the prophecy. As she read, memories of her childhood came flooding back, igniting a spark of curiosity and a yearning for the past. Determined to honor her grandfather's legacy, Alice decided to delve deeper into the mystery of the prophecy. Little did she know that her journey would soon lead her to an unexpected and life-changing adventure. Alice began spending more time exploring the vast outback, hoping to connect with the elusive dingoes her grandfather had so revered. She set out at dawn each day, hiking through the rugged terrain, armed with a camera and her grandfather's journal. The landscape, with its red earth and endless horizons, was both awe-inspiring and intimidating. One morning, while traversing a particularly desolate stretch of land, Alice spotted a small pack of dingoes in the distance. They moved with a grace and fluidity that took her breath away. As she watched, one of the dingoes, a striking creature with a distinctive white mark on its forehead, broke away from the pack and approached her cautiously. Alice remained still, her heart pounding in her chest. The dingo stopped a few feet away, its intelligent eyes locked onto hers. In that moment, she felt an inexplicable connection, as if the animal were trying to communicate something profound. The dingo lingered for a few moments before turning and disappearing back into the wilderness. Feeling a strange sense of purpose, Alice returned to the farmhouse and pored over her grandfather's journal once more. She discovered a passage describing a dingo with a white mark, which Walter believed to be a guardian of the prophecy. Excited and determined, Alice knew she had to follow this lead. She decided to seek out the dingo pack and uncover the truth behind the prophecy. Alice's quest led her deeper into the heart of the outback, to places few dared to venture. Guided by intuition and her grandfather's notes, she navigated through treacherous landscapes and harsh weather. Her journey was arduous, but she pressed on, driven by a sense of destiny. After several days, Alice stumbled upon a hidden valley, lush and vibrant compared to the arid surroundings. In the center of the valley was a secluded waterhole, surrounded by ancient rock formations adorned with Aboriginal art. She felt an overwhelming sense of history and reverence for the land. As she explored the valley, the dingo with the white mark reappeared, this time accompanied by an elder Aboriginal man named Jarra. He introduced himself as the guardian of the valley and the keeper of the prophecy. Jarra explained that the dingoes were spiritual protectors of the land, and the prophecy spoke of a time when their fate would be intertwined with that of a chosen one from Alice's lineage. Jarra revealed that the prophecy foretold of a great drought that would ravage the land, threatening all life in the region. The chosen one, with the help of the dingoes, was destined to find and awaken a hidden water source that could save the land. Astonished, Alice realized that she was the one the prophecy had spoken of. She had to fulfill her destiny to protect the land she loved. Determined to fulfill the prophecy, Alice began her quest to find the hidden water source. Jarra and the dingoes guided her through a series of trials designed to test her courage, wisdom, and compassion. Each trial took her deeper into the mysteries of the land and her own soul. The first trial tested her courage as she navigated a treacherous cave system, relying on her instincts and the dingo's guidance to find her way through. The second trial tested her wisdom, requiring her to decipher ancient symbols and align them with the natural elements. The final trial tested her compassion, as she had to heal a wounded dingo using only her knowledge of herbal medicine and her empathy. With each trial, Alice grew more connected to the land and the dingoes. She felt the weight of her ancestors' expectations, but also a newfound strength and resolve. After successfully completing the trials, Jarra presented her with an ancient talisman, a symbol of her readiness to awaken the water source. Alice, accompanied by Jarra and the dingoes, followed the talisman's guidance to a sacred rock formation deep within the valley. As the sun set, casting long shadows across the land, Alice felt a mixture of anticipation and reverence. The rock formation, shaped like an ancient altar, exuded a sense of timelessness and power. With a deep breath, Alice placed the talisman into a carved indentation on the rock. The ground trembled, and the rock slowly shifted, revealing a hidden chamber beneath. Inside, a pristine underground lake sparkled with an otherworldly glow, its waters pure and untouched by the drought that plagued the land above. As the water began to flow towards the surface, a wave of relief washed over Alice. The prophecy was coming true before her eyes. She could almost hear her grandfather's voice, proud and reassuring, as if he were standing beside her. In an unexpected twist, as the water rose and began to rejuvenate the valley, Alice felt a strange sensation enveloping her. Her vision blurred, and she experienced a fleeting moment of disorientation. When she regained her senses, she found herself standing outside the farmhouse, holding the journal and the talisman, just as she had when she first discovered them. The landscape around her was transformed, lush, green, and thriving, a testament to the prophecy's fulfillment. Alice realized that although it seemed like no time had passed, her journey had indeed occurred. The trials she endured, the connection she forged with the dingoes, and the wisdom imparted by Jarra were all real. She had fulfilled her destiny and saved the land. Word of Alice's extraordinary journey spread through Warrenbilla. The townspeople, awed by the transformation of their surroundings, gathered to celebrate the restored harmony. They honored Alice for her courage and dedication, and she shared the story of the dingo's compassion and the prophecy that had guided her. Jarra, standing beside her, reminded everyone of the importance of respecting the land and its creatures. "The bond between us and the wild is sacred," he said. "Alice has shown us that by understanding and honoring this connection, we can protect our future." Alice embraced her role as a guardian of the land, with continuing her work as a herbalist and healer. She maintained her deep bond with the dingoes, who remained vigilant protectors of the valley. The relationship between the villagers and the dingoes strengthened, fostering a community built on mutual respect and cooperation. Years later, as Alice walked through the thriving forest, she felt a profound sense of fulfillment. The prophecy had not only saved the land, but had also rekindled a timeless connection between humans and nature. As she watched a pack of dingoes roam freely, their golden fur glinting in the sunlight, she knew that her grandfather's legacy and the ancient wisdom of the land would endure for generations to come.